Way up to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Yo, what's good? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Thursday. And the weather is amazing in a lot of places right now. So no matter where you are, going outside, seeing that sun shining is a blessing. Right, Dan?
That's a fact.
My producer, Dan, is here with me. Fresh back from, where were you, Bali?
Bali.
Aw, the smile.
No, take me back.
Honeymoon in Bali. But anyway, we're going to have a great show for you guys today. I'm actually heading to Miami today. I got to do an event with JP Morgan Wealth Management. One of the things that we're talking about there is how to prepare for retirement, thinking about what your goals are in life and how can you achieve them. But in the meantime, let's start the show off with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you would like to shine a light on. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And today, I want to shine a light on Center Path Wellness. This is a company in New Jersey where they actually help and provide no-cost mental health services to uninsured New Jersey residents. I always hear people talk about, well, you know, I would love to talk to somebody. I would love to get some help, but it's expensive. Well, through this partnership, Center Path Wellness is providing coverage for core services like individual, group, and family therapy, psychiatric evaluations, medication, and injection management, partial care services, case management for those with serious mental issues, and they're doing all of this in person or via telehealth, and it's free because they have partnered up with NJMHAPP. It's a state-funded initiative, and that's how they're making it happen. So if you need more information on that, you can go to mycenterpath.org. Now, Tanisha, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on Zarina Lomax of the Apologues. Mm-hmm. She basically is the voice of families of murder victims in the city of Philadelphia. If it weren't for her, my son's story never would have got out. This young woman is doing it all from her own pockets. She's providing, resources to state reps to help us get our kids' stories heard when the cops are ignoring us.
Ooh.
She's providing resources, so many, in regards to therapy places and centers and things of that nature, and the city is not doing anything in regards to helping this young woman, keeping this platform open, literally. And I just want her to know that she is needed and she is loved in this city, and myself and many other mothers and families thank her from the depths of our souls.
How can we support her and what she's doing?
Just please get her name out there. Her name is Zarina Lomax. She is on Instagram, the Apologue. I'd also like to shine a light on the page, the No Gun Zone, because that young man is doing it all on his own, too. Not long ago, someone intentionally had his page shut down, but he is like the news for us. If it weren't for him, again, my son's name never would have gotten noticed, and I'm still going through it with the police. I'm currently about to go file a complaint with Internal Affairs right now.
What is your son's name?
Here, Quinzel Bradley Brown. He was murdered September 8th, 2022 at 63rd and Lebanon, and the cops have done nothing. So please, anybody listening that knows Zarina Lomax, any families that have, had loved ones murdered, please reach out to the city of Philadelphia, everybody you can, and help get this young lady, as well as No Gun Zone, some profits to keep this going, because we really do need them.
All right.
Really do.
Listen, I got you. I'm going to make sure we get this out for you, and I'm going to make sure we post this, and I'm going to see who I could talk to in Philly as well.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. We'll do what we can.
You guys have a great week.
You too. All right. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Let's talk about Fat Joe and Jadakiss. They have something that they are working on together. It's our brand new podcast, Joe and Jada. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yeetie.
Talk to 'em.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yeetie. Now, first, I want to talk about a brand new podcast. Now, Dan, my producer, and I were talking about podcasting in general.
Yes, we were.
And how hard it is to break through, but I definitely think Jadakiss and Fat Joe can break through. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll be an easy one. They have a massive following. I don't know about you, but I love hearing the stories from these guys that we grew up listening to or watching, whether it's sports or music.
Well, they're teaming up. They're going to enter the podcast space with their new show. It's called Joe and Jada, where they'll be talking about music, sports, culture, and a whole lot more. This is also produced by The Volume and Rock Nation. It's coming out twice a week. Main thing, they got to be consistent. And that is, I think, maybe the toughest part because the two of them are kind of busy. Fat Joe has his show coming on with Kenya Barris. You know, Jadakiss is booked and busy as well. So I know for them, they're going to have to really buckle down and make sure that they churn out this content.
Record extra.
All right, well,
episodes in the can.
One of the things that they talk about, and this is a teaser, they talked about Fat Joe, and Fat Joe said that he hasn't smoked weed in a long time. He had a bad experience. Here's what he said.
So I ain't get high in 35 years. The last time I got high, I ran out the house butt naked in the middle of the night. Long story short, that's my last experience with weed.
Well, y'all know Fat Joe is the king of storytelling, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He paints pictures.
And Jadakiss has a really great sense of humor that I think people don't even realize.
Yep.
All
Underestimated. He's a
all
fun
right.
guy.
Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, I have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my producer, Dan.
What's up?
After the show today, I'm heading out to Miami, but we have About Last Night. Now, I know a lot of things that we talk about up here is shows that we should be watching. Well, I was watching this new show called Dying for Sex, and it's on Hulu. You see the ads all over, too, for it. Have you seen those ads?
You're bringing all this to my attention. I honestly don't know anything about it.
All right, well, Michelle Williams is in this.
Okay.
And white Michelle Williams, not Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child.
I was thinking Destiny's Child.
I knew it. Okay, well, she plays Molly, and so her character on the show is she's a woman who has terminal cancer, and she decides that she wants to enjoy herself sexually in life. She's married, but her husband is not doing it for her, and so what she decides to do is kind of take control of her own pleasure. So
she's cheating.
I mean, you know what? If you're about to die and you know you have a terminal illness.
Still cheating. Did she talk to her husband about it?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
Yeah. She actually leaves him and then she starts doing, different things. Some of it's embarrassing. I haven't seen the whole series yet. But, imagine you're masturbating and it goes viral and you think you're doing something privately. Just picture things like that. But it's also based on a true story. And I also feel imagine somebody tells you you're gonna die and you're living in misery.
Yeah, bucket list stuff.
In your relationship because there's a lot of people who are unhappily married and not sexually fulfilled. And so maybe you feel well, before I die, I at least want to enjoy my life.
I get that.
But anyway, you guys should check that out. That is About Last Night. What are you watching?
Next Level Chef, also on Hulu. I like to cook.
Okay. Yeah, come over and cook sometime.
All right.
And you know what? When we come back, I want to talk about some things that you would do. We always talk about a bucket list, or some people call it a effort list. But what are some things that you would want to do if you knew you only had 24 hours to live? You know what I'm saying? Call us up, 800-292-5150. It's Way Up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with my producer, Dan. We're talking about the show Dying for Sex. That's on Hulu, and basically she has a terminal illness. She has cancer, and she decides that she wants to be fulfilled sexually. She has more than 24 hours, though, but let's just say you found out that, something is devastatingly wrong based off of that song, 24 Hours to Live. And what would you do if you had 24 hours to live, Dan?
You go first.
Well, first of all, I think that sometimes I'm really cautious about the things I eat. I would probably eat a whole bunch of fried food, including fried chicken, and I would have mad ice cream and desserts and just enjoy myself in that way. And then maybe I would go skydiving because that's something I've never done either.
I was just going to say skydiving.
Because I've been watching too many YouTube
or
videos.
Bungee jumping of some sort.
Where it doesn't go well.
I want to drive a race car, go ridiculously fast. I know they got tracks around here where you can rent Ferraris and stuff like that, or even an F1 car.
And then maybe lastly at the end of the night when I know I don't have that much time left, maybe you rent a huge ridiculous suite and have a party.
That's fine. And then drink yourself to death?
No. Because then what if they're psych?
Just kidding.
Yeah, and now you're dead. No, I wouldn't do that. But I probably would want to be around people, my loved ones, and have them have a good time. So that they have last memories of me that are amazing.
I feel like getting into a car chase would be pretty fun.
You could die that way too, though, and then it could be a psych. All right. Well, listen, we have people calling us up 800-292-5150. Imagine 24 hours to live. What would you do? We got Jayla on the line.
Hi, Angela.
Jayla, what would you do if you found out you had 24 hours to live? What would be on your bucket list of something that you could make happen like immediately?
So I would do something really good, which is go to any cancer research hospital and try to save as much lives as I could.
Oh, save other people's lives.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think that is a beautiful, selfless thing to do. All right, well, thank you, Jayla.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for calling us up. And again, the number is 800-292-5150. You can always leave a message for a last word because, like I always say, this is your show. And when we come back, let's talk Real Housewives business. Nene leaked her show. She just had Cynthia Bailey on. That episode dropped yesterday. We'll tell you some of what they had to say. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy Dan, who's also my producer.
What's up?
And let's get into this Yee tea. So Nene leaks her show. She just featured Cynthia Bailey. That episode dropped yesterday. And when the teaser came out, a lot of people were excited to see the two of them together. As a matter of fact, Nene's one person that people would love to see back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, here's some of what her and Cynthia had to say. And when I tell you they talked about everything from their marriages to the show to the difficulties that people don't even understand about what it's like to be in the public eye, here's what they had to say.
What is your rose and thorn of being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Yeah, the thing I loved the most about being on the show was the check, the trips.
Hello, somebody.
The
again.
platform
Hello.
definitely launched me into all of these other places. The thing that I think that I dislike the most is just being public and people just being able to judge and poke and making your children be something that they're not, because my kids never asked to be in the industry.
And, you know, I wasn't kidding when I said people really want Nene Leakes back. As a matter of fact, Drew Sidora was talking about how she would love to have Nene Leakes back on the show and how she really brought a voice to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was speaking at the Ultimate Women's Expo, and here's what she had to say about Nene.
I think when you think of Real Housewives of Atlanta, you think of Nene Leakes. When you think of Nene Leakes, you think of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like we are missing that voice.
Listen, I just saw Nene when I was in Atlanta for an event that I did for JP Morgan. She actually came out. We love you, Nene. And I do think that there's like a void on that show. If she came back, that would be huge for the franchise. And I feel like she's kind of flirting with the idea. I know there were like lawsuits and all of that with Bravo, but I still feel like it could happen. And you know, they've officially signed for Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Who's going to be on that one?
White women in boats.
Honestly, I've been to Rhode Island because my brother went to Brown University in Providence. That's all I know about it. I wonder what made them choose Rhode Island.
Well, there's Newport, Rhode Island. That city's got a lot of money in boats.
All right, well, it's official, and that is your Yee tea. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you need to know about them. It's Way Up.
News, I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Under the Radar. Now, for the first time in 15 years, Walt Disney has announced a new theme park. It's going to be in Abu Dhabi, so get ready for that. The Disneyland Abu Dhabi Resort. It's going to be their 7th global resort destination. They just announced this.
This is going to be the bougiest, most futuristic Disney ever.
Oh, yeah, I've never
It's gonna
been
be
to Abu
sick.
Dhabi.
You've never been to Disney.
You know, they have one in Shanghai.
I think you're brushing over the fact that
And
you've
Hong
never been
Kong.
to Disney.
I've never been to Disney. I've been to Disneyland in California.
You gotta go to World.
It's so, yeah. It's
Gotta go to Orlando.
And I'm not going to lie, we got banned. So,
What'd you do?
well, some people with us were on edibles. Shout out to everybody who I was with. Karen Civil was with me. B Major was with us. My girl Paris was with me. It was a whole group of us, and one of the rides got stuck. And so my friend Paris started freaking out.
Fair.
She started like waving her hands in the air, screaming. But the rides in Disneyland are not scary. It's not nothing like crazy.
Yeah, but getting stuck sucks.
Yeah, but we could just get out and walk. So she was going so crazy, they let her get out and walk off because she was like freaking out. But I think it was the edibles. And the other thing that happened, it was like a series of events that led to it being a disastrous experience. We got on the shorter line, but we didn't know the shorter line was for singles. So you end up sitting with people you don't know. So we were all separated. So one of the other guys who was with us that got stuck on the ride, he was further back so they wouldn't let him out. B Major, he was wearing a robe.
Strange choice, but continue.
And he went running. They told him, you got to chill out and wait. We all got off, but the one person who couldn't get off was his friend. He ended up running back through the ride and they were chasing him to go. And he was like, I'm going to save you. I'm going to come get you out. And there was a whole chase that was going on. And then they never found him. And then he ran out and they told us we were all banned from coming to the park. And then you know what we did? When they kicked us out, we went to the front and got our money back. We said our ride got stuck. We want our money back. So I guess word hadn't gotten back to them that we were banned yet. So they gave us back our money.
Pictures on the wall. Who would have thought?
I know. But anyway, I think I could go to Disney World.
Statute of limitations. How long ago was that?
Oh, this is a long time ago. Thank you, Karen said. Well, she loves going to Disneyland.
Funny.
All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar, I guess. That's all I had time for. I didn't know that story was going to come out. I forgot about it.
I feel like I know a lot of Angela Yee stories. I never heard that one.
I'll put it in the book.
There you go.
All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, don't forget, we got the Way Up mix for you at the top of the hour. Plus, Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. We're going to have some ideas for you in case you haven't done anything yet. The other thing is we're just putting that out there so you guys don't slip. All right? It's Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for your Yee Tea. Well, SZA was on social media, and she left a comment under an IG post where a conversation was being had. It was about Beyonce's reputation for giving credit to everyone who contributes to her projects, no matter how small that contribution is. Well, SZA responded and said that she literally owes Beyonce half of her publishing off an interpolation on SOS. She said she never pressed me. LMAO, a generous queen. Now, in case you don't know what that is, SZA used an interpretation of Listen for the lead track on SOS. So here is what that part sounds like.
And I cried, till it was on my mind.
And here is Beyonce's original lyrics.
And I've tried to say what's on my mind.
All right. I mean, Beyonce probably also is like, I love this song.
Yeah.
But business is business. I feel like maybe SZA should have just not said nothing.
I feel like that wouldn't get past Beyonce, especially with the success of the album. There's no way that,
I'm not saying it got past her. She said Beyonce didn't press her about it, but I wouldn't bring it up.
She's cool about it. She doesn't care. She's got enough money.
She's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Let SZA live.
Well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. That's 800-292-5150. Any question you have, we're here to help. It's Way Up.
Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it is a Thursday. And you know what we do? Every single day we try to help you out. If there's any questions that you have, 800-292-5150 is the number. It's time for Ask Yee. Now we have someone on the line who wants to remain anonymous. Hello.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. So what is your question today?
I just wanted to know, like, what should I do? My husband left, so I was sleeping, and he said he don't want to be with me no more because I found a condom in his car.
Wow. So you found a condom in his car, and now he doesn't want to be with you.
Yes.
How long were you guys married?
3 years.
Okay. And were there some indications to you that something wasn't right?
Yes. He's been texting other females and telling me that he is not him. Those are his clients.
Okay. So you basically knew he was doing other things, but you didn't think he would leave.
Exactly.
And you still want to be with him even though he's with other women and you found a condom in the car? Or is it that you just feel like he left you and that's what's bothering you, that you feel like he doesn't love you?
I do want to be with him because we have a kid together, but then it's like I don't want to be with him because I don't want to be miserable for 18 years.
We don't want you to be miserable for 18 years either. And I hate to say this, but he just did you a favor by leaving, because you would have stayed in this situation and you would have been okay with him doing whatever it is that he's doing as long as he was still with you when he was with you. And you deserve more than that. And your kid deserves to grow up in a household where they see their mother being valued and loved and in that type of situation because they're watching you. And how old is your child?
3, 7, and 11.
And they're seeing what's happening, and they don't want this for their mother either.
Exactly.
You know, and I just think that it is hard, right? But it does take time for people to be able to get over a heartbreak and move on, and it's okay. Right now, you feel hurt, your heart is broken. If you need to seek professional help to figure out how you need to move forward. But again, this wasn't going anywhere, unfortunately, and it's his fault. Apparently, he's not man enough to say, this isn't working for me. He's not man enough to just focus on his marriage and stick to his vows. Unfortunately, he's not a good person.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much.
And I think you knew what you needed to do.
Yeah, I do, but I just wanted to hear it from you. I love you so much.
All right, I love you too, and I want you to check back in with me, okay, please?
Okay, I will.
Okay, if you need anything, you let me know.
All right, thank you so much.
Well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you could leave a message and ask a question that way. And when we come back, let's talk about one of the most important days of the year, Mother's Day. That's coming up on Sunday, and we're going to have some ideas for you. Dan, you got your mom a gift yet?
Yes, I did.
I'm planning an experience for my mom, but my mom likes money. I'm just going to break it all the way down to you. She got bills to pay. She got debt that she's got to take care of. I'm going to give her some money. It's way up.
And I'm back.
We about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Dan is here.
What's up, Ange?
Mother's Day is coming up.
Yes, it is.
On Sunday. I'm just putting that out there right now.
I got her gift already.
You did?
I actually was smart and did it in advance rather than rushing and getting something last minute.
Okay. Some good gifts are things for the home because I know my mom.
That's what I did.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
see, look at, I didn't even know what you got her. And
She
I'm
just got her backyard redone, so I got her an outdoor cooler.
I'm going to tell you right now with these tariffs, it's not a game, too.
It's got wheels.
And so anything that you can do right now for people, because everybody's nervous about that, now is a good time to try to handle all of those things. Some little fun things that are maybe a person wouldn't splurge on. I always think those are good gifts, things people wouldn't splurge on for themselves, but they could use. A towel warmer in the bathroom. That's like a luxury that nobody would buy for themselves, but it means a lot. I love pajamas personally. I'm not a mom, but but I know things like that are really cute and good. Anything also, I think, I know my mom loves certain hair care products. So to stock up on stuff like that, that people are it's still kind of a splurge in this day and age. You know what else I did for my mom? A subscription to a wine club. I've done that to her before.
That's good.
So that they actually every month send something different. Because my mom loves wine. So it's just a matter of knowing what your mom loves and doing those things for her and thoughtful things
I'm also big on events. I feel like, especially for Mother's or Father's Day, you're better off doing something that's quality time, even if it's something simple like taking them to dinner.
Or taking them to a Broadway play, like me taking my mom to go see Hell's Kitchen on Broadway.
She's listening?
She knows. I told her we might go
already?
to the play. So
Okay.
I gave her a heads up because she works, and so she would have to take off from work.
I thought you were surprising her.
There's some elements that may be a surprise, but not all of it.
Okay.
But yes, I'm going to let her know where she's going to so she could be prepared because you also, I don't know, she's doing something. The other thing that moms love, if your mom is still in the workforce, is anything that impresses everybody else at work. And if
what?
Like a stupid display of flowers and that comes with a bottle of champagne or something like that.
That's funny.
Or a bunch of desserts that they could share with everybody else. Look at my daughter got me this, and you guys can have do you want a cupcake? My daughter sent this. They love to show off
This
for their
is an
friends.
ego gift.
It is.
That's
It is.
funny.
That's what guys do too. That's why they send stuff to work. They want other people to see it. So it's like bragging rights, but there's nothing wrong with that. Well, those are just some tips for you guys. Again, it's another reminder that Mother's Day is on Sunday. So let's be prepared. And when we come back, of course, this is your show. So you have the last word. It's Way Up.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and happy Thursday. I'm headed out to Miami right now for this
jealous.
JP Morgan Wealth Management event. You are?
Yes.
You know what? I don't have that much time to spend there. I'm coming right back. So don't be jealous. I would like to stay there longer, but unfortunately, I cannot. I also got business to take care of. Let's not forget, my car is totaled, and so I'm trying to handle things. I've been taking the train. You know how long ago my car got totaled? April 14th. And I'm still dealing with it now.
But you weren't in it.
I wasn't in it. The car was parked on the street.
All that matters.
A drunk driver who got arrested. Nobody was injured.
All that matters.
I ain't gonna lie though, my car was a 2025 and it was amazing.
We'll get you a 2026 now.
Is it too early for that?
I don't know. By the way, it's looking like you'll get it next year though.
But I have been enjoying taking the train. Matter of fact, I'm about to take the train home when I leave here. And I've been meeting a lot of people on the train. Thank you to everybody who gives me the smile and the head nod, to people who actually come up to me and speak in a respectful way. I appreciate y'all. And again, earlier we were talking about if you had 24 hours to live based off of this song, but also based off of the show Dying for Sex that's on Hulu. We asked, what would you do in your last 24 hours? And I know a lot of you called in to talk about that. Don't forget, again, Mother's Day is on Sunday, and this is your show, so you have the last word.
Hi, Angela. This is Rita Matthew. If I had 24 hours left, I want to do skydiving. I want to jump off a helicopter. Definitely rob a bank. Maybe even a threesome. Why not?
I just want to shine a light on my bestest friend ever, Dustin Ard. Shout out to Southeastern University.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.